Hi folks, Father Eric here. I understand that partway through the last live stream mass about an hour ago, as luck would have it, the feed cut out. We had technical difficulties during the homily, which is especially during the part where I explained the new guidelines. So, that figures as luck would have it. But I want you to know that I've posted those guidelines on our parish website. Right on the homepage, you'll see a breakdown of the new mass schedule going forward, as well as a link right in the same area to the actual document from the diocese about the new guidelines. I've also put a copy of Father Varghese' letter from this weekend's bulletin, which also explains the guidelines, and I put that on Facebook with a link to our website. So just want you to know, just want you to be aware. Again, all of these go into effect next Saturday, starting next weekend on Pentecost. The masses break down Saturday at 5 p.m. That's our usual vigil mass, Sunday at 7:30, 9, and 11 a.m. That's our new mass schedule. There will be no Sunday night mass, and also daily mass will resume on Monday, June 1st at the usual time of 7 a.m. So just a little bit about these guidelines. First and foremost, they're drafted completely with the elderly and with the vulnerable, those most vulnerable, those with underlying health conditions in mind. So because of that, the dispensation to attend Sunday Mass and Holy Days of Obligation will still remain, for the time being, lifted. You do not have to go to Mass. We certainly encourage public participation if you feel comfortable, but if not, please continue to stay home and to view live stream Mass from the safety of your own home. Please be mindful, please be humble. If you fall into these categories of being at risk, please do not come to public Mass. If you feel sick, even if you're only displaying mild symptoms, please stay home. Do not come to Mass next weekend. Please continue to view it from your home. So when you do come to Mass, the church, you'll notice some things different. Obviously, hand hygiene and masks are going to be key. Please, we'll have sanitizer available for you. Please bring your own, and please wear your masks throughout Mass. Our capacity during this kind of difficult, different times is 150. So each of those masses that I listed will be limited to 150 people. You'll notice that in order to maintain social distancing, some pews will actually be marked off. And it may even be possible, it may even have to happen that some people may have to be turned away to be sent home to view Mass because we've already reached our capacity at a certain Mass. That's not something we look forward to having to do, but it's the new reality, the reality of which we find ourselves in. Holy Communion will be handled differently as well. Starting next weekend, it'll just be Father Varghese and I distributing communion. People will help you to come forward safely for communion. Please remember to wear your mask, and when you receive, to remove your mask and to receive that way, and then to immediately put your mask back on. If you feel the need to sanitize before and after, please do. Please know that the priest may stop to himself sanitize in between people. So it's going to be a little awkward, going to be a little clunky. Please remember that no one has to come forward to receive communion. If you don't feel safe, that it's perfectly okay to stay in your pew and to make an act of spiritual communion. We too also remember how we have to be in a state of grace in order to receive communion. And that means we need to be practicing frequent confessions, and we shouldn't be aware of any mortal sins that we've committed, and if we have, we need to go to the priest and have them forgiven in confession. Please know that we have a professional company coming in after every Mass to completely sanitize and to clean the church. to get it ready and to have it be safe for the next Mass. Please continue to be mindful of budget envelopes. Everyone has been incredibly generous with their giving of their money, of their times, of their talents during the last few weeks during this whole quarantine. We won't be passing the basket around, but we'll have baskets available, and please continue to place your envelopes in those baskets either before Mass starts or as you're leaving. Thank you so much for your generosity and for your support. And we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't still be standing strong through 2 months of this whole quarantine without your support. Again, please know the sign of peace and the precious blood will continue to be suspended for the foreseeable future. And last of all, just, kind of on a personal note, this is kind of awkward and uncharted territory for all of us. So I ask for your patience. Please be patient in the weeks going forward. This is going to take some time to get right. And I'm sure, as you've all noticed, different weeks with the live stream, sometimes things pop up on the go and we have to respond on the fly. And then we'll kind of sit back and view your feedback in the comments and think to ourselves, how can we improve what happened? How can we avoid making that same mistake in the future? And the same is going to be true in the next few weeks going forward with all of this, with all of these new guidelines that we're trying to implement to welcome you back to your home, to your parish home safely. But it's going to take some patience. It's going to take some time. We will address unforeseen problems in a prompt and timely fashion. Please offer your feedback, but please remember that this is not a time for complaining, but it's an opportunity for us to come together, and hopefully after a few months we can begin to work back towards being completely normal, to like what it was before March when this whole quarantine went into effect. Finally, lastly, on a bit of a lighter note, please, if you see Father Varghese around the next few days, please offer him a congratulations. He's actually just graduated from taking online classes with Divine Mercy University in Virginia, and he's received a master's in psychology and counseling, and today he received his virtual degree. Get a little closer. So please extend your congratulations to him in the days ahead. We're certainly very proud of him and very happy that he's our pastor during this time. Please know we look forward. We're 6 days away from reopening. We look very much forward, Father Varghese and I, to welcoming you home. We look forward to the resumption of public Mass. We can't wait. We hope you feel the same way. And until we can all meet again, God bless.